Oh, straight into it.
Yep.
Shalom and good day all. This is Tehillim29 and Tevya Smolka.
Hello.
And as you can see today, we're just going to discuss a couple of topics.
Yep.
Topics around DC Comics to what's happening with Diamond and maybe anything else that the audience would like to bring up.
Yep. So who goes first?
You can start us off then.
Okay. The big news that came out this week in general is the Diamond stuff I mentioned before, and oh boy, that Diamond stuff on my back, I opened a lot of can of worms, and people are happy, pissed off. It's a mess. Like, and I'm going. If you don't know what I'm talking about, but a quick history lesson. Diamond is the sole distributor of certain comics. I'm screenshot right now. Yep. And after 25 years, DC Comics and Diamond distributing ending their long-standing relationship. With the statement said that, quote, moving forward, comic readers can obtain the DC book from Penguin Random House or their books and Pterodactyl. I don't know what that means.
Hey, good to see you, Dragon Majesty. Glad you made it.
Yep. Periodical to Luna or UCS comic distributors. Yep. These continue to commit to provide direct market with BS and Crosser and the fans and the work with comics. Yep. Yeah, so basically Diamond is the sole distributor of the comic, and DC decided to, fuck Diamond. Like, we don't want to deal with that crap, so we're going to release the comic for another distributor. And some people, everybody's gonna be pissed off about this, and it's just gonna be chaos. Right. That's the second order of this. Second order is this, and this one I did not cover because I'm no expert in this stuff, but here's the show van, yep. Direct market, comic shop on we spoke, join us in the good side. Direct market comic, we did Paul when you are stunned by the story movie DC Sabotage Diamond. The company who distributed the Magic Journey comic book store, DJ Joe instead set it both through the distribution network that they set up, and then in April, during the COVID-19 crisis, they shut down Diamond Network. Yep. You know, the next gut part after we just reopened our doors within 2 months, from coming up in New York. Most retailers not going to cut up my notes, but my family for my records, minimum for that if I'm not putting instant research in the future projects. Okay, I don't know what that means. It's a mess. Like, there's more to this, but we'll be here all day if you talk about this stuff. But I'm telling you can put someone that did more than I can. I'm just doing my quick notes the best I can.
Yeah. Well, I've already heard from my LCS of where they share on Facebook and how they sort of responded about it. It's good that they're open and transparent to the customers, to which I'm actually one of their customers.
Nice.
And they mentioned that, like, one of the things in regards to DC doing this is that they wish they had, like, a little bit more time to sort of, like, set up and prepare. And in that, I totally agree with them. They should have been given, like, a little bit more notice.
Yeah.
So that they would have time to prepare for the change. Another good thing, too, is that, I've seen that Steve Sheppy, I think that's the person who heads Diamond.
I think so, yeah.
He's having a hissy fit.
Of course he is. I'm not surprised.
Because now DC is going through some other distributors.
Which I don't blame them, because Diamond, they fucked themselves so many times because oh no, COVID-19 closed down everything, we need to close down the world, and DC and Marvel been OTC responded, no, well we don't want to do that, so we said fuck it, like Diamond you screwed with him, so we're gonna do with all distributors.
Well, one thing I can also say about Diamond is when going to my LCS, and there were some times when I'd go into my LCS and they'd have things of damaged comics which they had to sell for $1.
Yeah.
All right, you can get some rare good things out of it. I'll give it that, but the comic store can't really sell damaged stock at the price that it's meant to be selling at.
Yeah, they can't because that's ridiculous and for expensive.
And that's where they lose money.
Yep.
And I think in this, it was actually wise to DC to do this. It does bring back competition, which
which we need. The common issue is though. My comic discount panel, I think a few months ago. Man, time for I'm old. Like a few months ago at this point. I said, Diamond enjoyed all the comic industry for a decade, and we need competition because they have monopoly over the industry for years. And it's about time somebody out there realized that, oh shit, one shit could join out there in time. When industry had a bad year, so fuck it. Like forget control. What to do other distribute instead? That's smart because we need competition. Competition build I think good care, and having a monopoly is terrible for any industry.
Well, if you want a monopoly, look at China.
That's true. Yeah, China mess. Yeah.
Like, that's just one example of how a monopoly is being used. Oh, yeah. Let's get this. Made in China. Okay.
Yeah.
That's only an example. It's not to degrade the place or degrade the people. It's just how things have actually come around in this time period.
Yep.
You go to the local shop. Oh, this is made in China. This is made in China. And then somewhere in between that, you're looking for something to which you might be able to say support somewhere else other than China. Like, what if you want to get something from Japan? You might have to go somewhere else to import the product from Japan. But if you end up importing that product from Japan and it ends up stating made in China, it's sort of like, why the F do I bother? And there's one of the problems with Monopoly.
Yeah, we all control basically everything in general. You control the market, control the marketing, control everything. It's a mess.
Yeah, and
that's why I've been up with all the whole idea from the very beginning. Because the minute they shut down, all coming out to stop.
Yeah.
Which actually happened. And guess what? That was a domino effect. That way I think it could be all books could do it indefinitely. Like all the Bennett books got to do it with depressing. I mean the Bennett book were all bad to begin with. But we got the Batman book, we got the DC book, Marvel book got to it crazy. Like Donkey got to it. Like all publishers suffered because of the COVID-19 pandemic crap.
Mm-hmm.
And Diamond did not help things either. So I'm glad he did the smart thing. But he said, "Fuck it! Like we're not gonna win Diamond anymore. So we're gonna take a shit kind of distribute. That's a good thing." Now I know there's a bad thing to this as well. But like I said, I'm no expert on this, and I did my video on my thoughts on it. And frankly, I just don't know. Like I'm intrigued with this. But I don't have to worry. But I don't want to fall into traffic on there, publisher. But I'm just gonna wait to see. I'm just gonna want information. Like I said, I'm no expert on this. But this does sound very interesting, and I know some other people know more about this stuff than I do. So until we got more information out there, I'm just gonna wait to see. But Ty, what's your opinion on this news as a whole?
Well, I am glad that it's nice to see Diamond have some competition because they do need competition because of the reports and rumors I've already heard of, like people starting to get it through these new distributors. They are getting their stock, they are getting their product,
and undamaged.
Listen to some other YouTube channels. Thinking Critical even brought it up as well in their channel, so there's a bit of a shout out to them. So some of the people that they have on their channel, and they're actually getting their stock, which is not damaged.
Yep.
And that's actually a win-win for the comic store.
Yep.
Right? Would you rather sell damaged stock to the customer? Because take note, there are gonna be customers that want their comic in pretty much
In
good condition on the day, not imperfect and totally not pristine condition when it turns up.
Yeah.
And that's understandable. And it doesn't matter what they're printing for DC Comics. The reader will still want to read their material, preferably undamaged.
Yeah, because their product did not help the market at all. It destroyed the market.
Yep.
Which is why I'm happy we finally get more ingenuity. Well, more competition. Currently, but I think good store, good character. Plus, competition for it helped the economy grow. Yes, company skills, and then we need competition to keep the economy alive. But like I said, that's more economics, and like I said, I'm no expert on this, but hopefully, with the chain, maybe Mo will probably do the exact same thing. They'll probably kill even Diamond. So Diamond is finished. I don't know. Diamond haven't been operating for years, so we don't know what can happen in the comic industry. So I'm just gonna wait to see what happens.
Well, about the only advice that I'd sort of like,
but like I said,
the only advice that I'd probably give to Steve Jeppy is look at the situation, eat some humble pie. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to hurt Diamond.
Yep.
But it will help you in sort of like humbling and looking at what you've been doing wrong over the previous years.
Yep.
For as long as Diamond has been running. Yep. Hey, and once things start to get back on track with Diamond and they start to deliver quality product which is undamaged, no doubt your name will come back up in the limelight again, and with the care being shown back with the comics, it should make the industry a little bit more healthier instead of having this unhealthy attitude in regards to having a competitive market. Instead, change it to a healthy
market. Yeah.
Okay, you accept the faults in your company, you move on, you fix up the mistakes, and through there, you can continue on and practically shake hands with your opposition and say, well done, you managed to get it this time. I made a mistake. I'm going to have to go back, look where I screwed up, and then correct those errors.
Yep.
Stop playing this DC sucks game. You make yourself look like a bloody infant.
Yeah, you make it feel full.
Right?
Yep.
That's the only thing. You make yourself look like a bloody infant that needs your diaper changed. And how old are you? What are you? Is it your 60s? 70s?
60s by now.
It doesn't suit the character of a man of that age. All right?
Yeah, that's my best guess. I don't know his age.
So. Considered, number one, a little bit older, a little bit more wiser, and a little bit more mature.
Yep.
All right? You learn from experience.
Yep. Yep. Amen to that. But anyways,
we might as well move on to the next thing.
Yeah, let's move on to the next thing. Okay, we'll be out of it. That stuff is a huge topic in general, and that will probably a lot more people know about this stuff more than I do. So if you want to know about more, so I recommend you check out my video on this and think critically. Well, my video on it is more like basic at best. If you want to check it out, my video on that topic, you check it out. Or check a Pink Critical video on it because Pink Critical might know more about someone than I do. And you can check out our video on it and know what this is. But anyways, next topic is about Bendis and a painful rumor that came out I think last week during the protest stuff, which, okay,
Yes.
This was a controversial thing that happened like last week. Well,
A number of comic pros sort of jumped on board with it. There were some that was sort of like, I don't really want to get myself involved in it, but this is what I got to
same.
say about it. Some were actually attacked for it,
Yeah, which made me mad.
which
Like,
was
what the
wrong,
fuck?
and I think that is wrong. And even if it was by the crazies, it's
Mm-hmm.
the only other way to put it, by the crazies.
Yep.
But if anything, some of them really need to stick to some of their convictions. Like if they say they're for one thing, just stick to it.
Yeah.
Don't turn your back on it and be seen as the hypocrite.
Yeah. Don't pander to answer on Twitter. It doesn't help.
Yeah.
Like, fucking people out there could be a scumbags and make you
Like,
mad. And as far as my stand on that situation in general, I couldn't do a bit on it because it's just so political and insane. But it's freaking nuts. But on my show, I did my own. I did write on the community tab about my fears on it. And my opinion, I support the Pushers 100%. They're right. But I don't support the looters. The looters are scumbags. I could put one event to the chaos. Like I said, I don't blame the Pushers on this one. I blame more on the looters. But that's my stance on that. But I for the comic book pros, I'm on their side. Having them on their side, not have I'm not.
hold
It's a
on.
mess. Right.
All right. I thought you were freezing up a bit there.
Yeah. Like I said, I wrote on my community tab about my part on the situation, and I'm all in support of the people who want change. I'm on their side. I'm not on the side of the looters. The looters might have been there going to hell because they took advantage of the chaos. That's why I get pissed off. But I want my children, I support more people who want change. I don't support the looters who loot people for bullshit.
Well, I'll say one thing about my whole idea in regards to Rainbow Press and comics.
Mm-hmm.
I personally don't give a shit what your politics is.
Same.
You might be left, you might be right, you might be center, you might not want to be involved with politics at all. And you know what?
Mm-hmm.
That's all completely understandable and acceptable. And Tevya Smolka, as you're also a member of the Rainbow Press and Politics, sorry about that screw up there.
Well,
there you go, live screw up for you, for everyone who's watching the channel. Rainbow Press and Comics website. If you love comics or like a certain medium, it could be video games. I've done review on video games.
Yep.
On Rainbow Press and Comics. I've just not done any video reviews on video games yet. That's something yet to come.
Yep.
But yeah, I've covered anime on video through the channel, but that's also connected back to Rainbow Press and Comics.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? One good thing about comics, yes, there are good ways to which you can introduce politics in it, but there's also bad ways it's... One thing that I personally dislike, it's sort of like the oversaturation of politics.
Yeah. Same.
And it comes off like, as some people I've heard say, it comes off like, oh, accept our political pamphlet. Fuck off, I'll wait until voting day.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
that's my thought. Fuck off, I'll wait until voting day.
Indeed.
At least then I've had time to research who the fuck I'm going to vote for and who the fuck I'm not going to vote for.
Mm-hmm.
Getting blunt about it.
Yeah.
Right? Another thing about Rainbow Press and Comics is that the motto, let's keep it colourful, which I actually put on many of my posts. The idea is the idea of let's keep it colourful is to be open, be honest about how we feel in regards to something. Like, even if it is politics or even if it is a bad story, we point it out as a bad story. Or those who are there will point it out as a bad story. If it's a good story, I'm going to point out what made the story good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know, along with Tevya and myself, we're both not enjoying the Bendis.
Yeah, the Bendis Superman has been bad. Like, Abby brought before, it's a
The
big
Bendis Superman, the Bendis Wonder Comics. Yeah.
Oh, the WonderCon is broken. Well, okay, the one good WonderCon I remember was Johnny the Hero, and that's about it.
Yeah. And I ended up picking up the Dial H and also the Wonder Twins.
Wonder Twins, I did not read. I read issue 1 and then, no, this is crap. I'm done.
It did slightly improve a bit as it got further, but the story was just tolerable.
Yeah.
Barely tolerable. The only thing I sort of disliked in Dial H for Hero was something happened to Miguel's uncle, and you never found out what the fuck happened to him.
Oh yeah, that was a question that never got
That was
answered.
something that happened early, like first issue. By the time we
about
read
that.
the second issue, where the fuck is the uncle? What's happened to him? And how come Miguel isn't looking for him?
Did he not care anymore?
It just felt... Does this kid even give a shit about his family?
I don't think he does.
And
well, you better the Young Justice right now, which is weird, because that doesn't make any sense. Because in Young Justice, they're trying to motivate, and then, actually, that isn't motivate anymore. Now in Jonathan in the back at home with the Dial H with back with its original creator. Why did he have Dial now? That didn't make connect with John. They don't connect at all.
And also the use of the Dial. Now, even though I've not read a lot in regards to the Dial series or the Dial H series, of course there are those who would have, including yourself, as you've mentioned. I know Englandine has mentioned it on his channel that he's read through it. But the way they used the phone, it was weird.
It was weird, but it was kind of fun.
Yeah. It did bring out some interesting characters, though, that were funny, that I did like. One sort of reminded me of, I think, Goku.
Yep.
It was similar to Goku, sort of like a homage to some manga. And I thought that was awesome. I think that was in issue 2 or 3.
Yeah, I think it was issue 3. Issue 10, all the other people become anti-heroes and villains. It's actually pretty cool.
And it was awesome as I enjoyed seeing that character show up on.
Yeah, that was fun.
And I could see that sort of like happen in an animated series. You have a Dial H, and all of a sudden you've got this manga-like hero in anime on the screen. It's sort of like, ooh, cool.
Yeah. Well, indeed.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
But I think if they were to do it, I'd like them to sort of like keep to the original lore of Dial H. The hero.
Wait, the Wither series? I never read the Wither series. I just read the new one.
No, if they were like to do an animated series around it.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, around this one, I think it would be wiser for them to sort of like hold to the original lore around the Dial H for Hero instead of this new lore that they've introduced.
The new lore is a bit interesting, but I like the new lore. It's pretty awesome. It's just the problem when Ben is connected to Young Justice, but that's my point. It then connect with the main book again. Diary was in the multiverse. Young Justice had Diaries come back and what? That didn't connect with Diaries at all. It's a mess.
Oh, on the topic of the multiverse, we still have no fucking idea from where Naomi's origins are from. Even if she is from another multiverse that's come over to this Earth Prime in the DC universe.
Yeah.
That still has not been answered in the Naomi run.
That didn't make any sense, but they probably answered. We got jugging shit. Even your Jerry got jugging shit. Even I got jugging shit. Stop reading tell me Naomi. Just give me an answer, damn it. Oh, who am I kidding? At this point, we're not going to answer anymore.
Like, I wouldn't care if it was sort of like from a infinite Earth, negative universe.
So, from the Dark Multiverse?
Yeah. From the multiverse, say, one of the infinite Earths that manages to survive, that would sort of like help give a bit more detail to the reader as to, okay, we know that she came from this planet which she basically got the Superman treatment.
Yep.
Let's remember that she was given the Superman treatment in regards to origin.
Oh yeah, Curtis Brimstone. We forgot that did happen. There's another option. I just said the Dark Multiverse. Can you see?
Yeah. All right. Yep. All right.
Yeah. Right. They use the Dark Multiverse for origin.
Like, wouldn't it be interesting with what Scott Steiner's doing now with Death Metal?
Yeah.
That he might be taking this in account in regards to the Infinite Earths. So every Infinite Earth would also have their own version of, say, the Dark Multiverse.
Yeah.
And the thing is, by what I understand of the idea of the Infinite Earths, is that things are sort of like changed, or courses are slightly changed by, say, maybe 1 to 2 seconds to 3 or 4 years.
Something like that, yeah.
Alright, that's sort of like how I understand it. It might not be accurate, but...
Yeah. DC Motivator does it confusing. It's a try to open more, but Mod Motivator is a clusterfuck.
Yeah, but it would make and leave open for like a good storyline as to how someone from one of those infinite Earths, like just the way how Tomasi Jurgens covered it.
Yep.
You know, that was sort of like more so dealing with the after Convergence.
At the Convergence,
yeah.
Series.
You see Superman and Lois like going from one to another.
Yep.
And here they are trying to live out their life and whatever else. Right. Tomasi and Jurgens did it right.
Yep.
They showed how they left one and went to another.
Yep. And
they also
went to the Bizarroverse.
Yeah, and they end up taking in, say, some of the changes from the Earth that they left to this present Earth that they're in now.
Yep.
And yeah, you can see that with this Superman, for example, there are things that he knows about certain people.
Yep.
But he doesn't fully know how it will actually turn out on this particular planet. Right. And once his interference comes in, does that turn the situation in for the good, or does it turn it in for the opposite? So you can see the character have that in the back of his mind.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
In Naomi's case, personally, she comes off like a spoiled, bloody brat.
Yeah, she does. She got a teenage in.
Right?
We all got a spoiled brat and a jerk. Why do bands characters all turn to be complete? Well, okay, not all band characters turn to be complete. It almost Spider-Man good characters. They have to be like, yeah, they don't get like an open universe. But band characters, in my opinion, in DC are complete like ale or jerks.
Right? And
Like
one thing I'd like to see Bendis do with Naomi is, number one, depower her. Absolutely depower her.
make a human mitigate.
And another thing else that you could also do with her character, I'd like to see another reporter.
That's not a bad idea, actually. Because we
Like, turn Naomi into a reporter, even if she's, say, apprentice under Lois Lane. Or it doesn't have to be under Lois Lane. It could be someone.
Lana I think that they use her.
Yeah, or Lana
That's not a
Lane.
bad idea.
Or it could be someone from Star City, Coastal City. Like, we know she's from Port Oswego, so that's a bit of a coastal city. And
like,
it's
have a meet between Jaime Reyes.
You could make her a reporter for that area.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Or you want to go into something, make it into a private detective like Jessica Jones.
Yeah,
but
and I think that would be great for her character. And you know what, Bendis? If you delivered that story with Naomi, working alongside with David Walker, who you're working with on the project with now, I'd be up for it.
Same.
I wouldn't care if you say scrapped the original, come back, totally redo Naomi, just bring it out in a new trade paperback, just instant, like get it all out of the way. I'll go pick it up at my LCS. I'll have a bit of a read through it. If I enjoy the story that much, I'm grabbing it and saying, pick up this fucking Wonder comic. By Bendis. I enjoy this more so than the other.
Agreed. Because Naomi has story to it.
Version of Naomi, I don't like the other one this much, but it's really nice to see another reporter in the DC universe.
Like, well, if you want to have powers, fine. But every time the power be something different, something unique, and to give you a reporter. You got it both ways.
Yeah.
Like, Jessica Jones, detective, you go. Like, Jessica Jones had powers, and Naomi also had powers too. Boom, problem solved.
Yep.
There's your show. No. Like. Now, after supporting characters, yeah, that's a bit challenging, but I don't know a supporting character for Naomi. You got a Mother, and a Hawkeye, and that's about it.
Like, we've got readers that are sick of reading Mary Sue characters, or Gary Stu characters.
Mary Sue and Gary Stu, yeah. Well, actually, they're kind of the same terminology.
And the problem is with those characters, including Ray, is that they get everything on a silver platter.
Which is sad, because Ray had showed potential, but they fucked it up.
And the thing is, the world needs to learn that not everything comes on a silver platter.
It's not that easy, it's hard.
Yeah. You have to work for things.
And the problem with most writing, it's not just hard. TV shows involved with Batwoman. Ugh. That is a clusterfuck of a clusterfuck itself.
Like, one thing that did sort of stand out with just the Naomi run was her sort of like trying to search for information.
Yeah.
But it was mainly information about herself, to which she is now dumb superhero.
Yep.
All
And
right.
not ever did you
You
even
could have
look
taken
there.
that. Yeah, you could have taken that same concept, removed the superhero part, but you could have made a superhero in the world of sort of like new reporters in the DC universe.
Yeah, you can still have powers. You can
Like,
still have all that stuff, but
like,
we make it actually interesting.
yeah, like one comment that or one quote that sometimes comes up, even in bloody Twitterverse
Yeah.
of all places, is that not all heroes wear capes. And that is true. Like how people see a hero. Yes, you have a hero in Superman,
Yeah.
but you know what? Lois Lane is just as much as a hero as Superman is.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not going.
It's your son.
Yep, right.
Yeah.
The way how Bendis is doing Lois right now
Bad.
is not the best Lois.
It's bad. I mean,
It
Jesus
it
Christ.
does not come off hero like it comes off like a very selfish woman. And
Egotistical.
yeah, and I'm
Yeah,
not saying that.
sorry.
And I'm not saying that all women are selfish. In fact, you have many selfless women as well
Yeah. The
that
problem
will
with
go out of the way.
And not the little we know love for Tomasi one. He threw down in a way the man man still garbage.
Yep.
6 inches of crap for nothing. And you let go to leave your own son behind but you son of Mr. Eyes.
Yep. And even men can be selfish too, but they can,
Yeah.
just as they can be selfish, they can also be selfless as well.
Yeah. Yeah, but and that is different topic altogether. But the point in general, at the end, we say, well, men when they have fault, and well, we're not perfect, believe me.
Yep. Yep. And that's
No one
why
is
I'm,
perfect.
yep. That's why I'm keeping it balanced here in why I'm addressing it. Like, it doesn't matter what background, gender, um, color, or creed you are. Right? No one is in any way perfect, but we do seek and strive for perfection. That's the thing. We do seek and strive for perfection.
Yep.
But in order to reach that perfection, we got to struggle with our own imperfections. Like an example, not getting an A on a certain test.
Yep.
All right, that's an example of imperfection. Not winning that race that you trained so hard for. But you know what? It gives you the strength to strive harder. What did I do wrong? What could I do better? And
Yep.
we really didn't see that with Naomi.
No, we didn't.
And it wasn't very strong in that either.
Yeah. And she fight the big bad, and she wins somehow. I don't know what I identify.
Yeah, she was sort of struck once, but it was only left like once. Like he gets one hit in on her, and then she comes back and she one hits him. Mary sues him. And
wow, that sounds boring.
yeah, wow.
All a builder for nothing.
Yeah,
Who this guy destroyed the entire world, killed your parents, and beat at the audio hill, and then she beat in 1 second. What?
yeah.
With no training, nothing? Rip off.
It just ruined its story without even trying it. Now, this is why I reckon if you turned her character into a reporter or even an apprentice reporter,
Here back.
yep. The character, number one, it gives the character time to grow. And by giving the character time to grow, you can see her like under the tutelage of someone like Lana Lang, or under the tutelage of Lois Lane, or under the tutelage of someone new in, say, Coastal City, who's also a reporter. And here she is, you see her going through, and whilst this is happening, you have the person that's basically teaching her saying, okay, you've got this right, but you've made a mistake in this area. You need to fix this up. And that shows, with that, you could show the character having these thought bubbles, having these thought bubbles showing, I made a mistake here. What do I need to do to improve it? And you could see it ask that question sort of like after the thought bubble, like asking the person she's apprenticed to, like what she can do to improve her articles. Welcome back, Tevya. And it would really show that, okay, she's still learning, she's got a lot of rough edges, but she's willing and eager to gain the experience.
Yeah, she went out to get some help at the consumer, so I heard to help with train her powers. Without her mastering it, just like that, like in action comics.
Yeah. And...
Spike.
I agree with the dog.
Yep. Indeed.
He really needs to improve it.
Indeed. Yep. Yep. But anyway, back on track. I find Naomi concerned. We'll see whatever that character. Yep. But speaking of rumors and news, we did without them with Ben. Apparently, weird rumors that Ben has been off of Superman.
Yes.
Again, it's not been confirmed. At least not yet, anyway.
That is true. It is rumor, not confirmed as of yet. This is where it would be nice if we had Comic Boom to join us.
Yeah.
But until then.
Yeah. Because this added with a surprise shock news I not see coming. Because it is confirmed. So thank God. Because that means someone can look up Ben and start out of existence. Because, as we brought up before, Ben and Superman is like a big crap the fuck if we met. Like, this is Superman I knew of Superman family and Super Sons. Like, all the stuff we know from Super Sons, all the stuff for the mind Superman and Jane acting all gone. Because
hey, could we get Dan Jurgens on it this time around?
Yeah, could we get Dan Jurgens back in Action Comics? Please?
Actually, I'd like to see a bit of a change in that. Throw Tomasi on Action Comics, because I'd like to see how he'd go in Action Comics.
That'll be interesting.
Bring back sort of like the rebirth feeling.
Yeah.
Again. And give us a Superman that gives us real action in Action Comics.
Yeah. Not bullshit like Red Crowd, there's a mafia stuff.
And
speaking of Red Crowd came out in Action Comics. It's so boring. I don't give a damn about Red Crowd. She's not a boring villain. She's more boring than Logo's daughter. How's that even possible?
And definitely bring Jurgens onto Superman. And between them, they totally de-age John. We get the Super Sons back, or at least the road back to the Super Sons.
Indeed. Like, cancel Adam Glass's book. Adam Glass's book can go away for all I don't care. Wait. Adam Glass reading Teen Titans, so I got my wish on that. But disband that team that got disbanded. So for love of God, just bring my Damon Wayne, have him beat the Damon on love, and please, for the love of God, stop making Damon Wayne complete a sucker about like he did in Aaron Titans garbage.
Yeah, we need Damien to stop regressing. We need him to progress and gain more character as a
And be
character.
the hero that we all love and Super
And
Sons.
grow. Yep.
Right. After Teenage John go away for all I care. They can left on out of existence. Actually, wait. I have a loophole. If you want to ban a Reason build, here's a loophole.
Actually,
Gene or John can't, but I have a Teenage John from the future trying to Reason build. There's shooting. You get a Teenage John that Reason build who not the John we know for future, and then we have all John from the past, or DA John can who got DA like a 10 herself, and then boom, problem solved. Evan wins. I know that's complicated, that's confusing, but that's the one issue I got. What's your solution?
Actually, there was another thought that sort of came up, and it was also covered in a previous live stream that I did with Comic Works.
Nice.
And he seems to think that Bendis has aged up John Samuel Kent again with these Action Comics.
I did not realize that. Fuck! Now, if that is true, then that's gonna make me mad.
I seem to disagree that he has aged him up. Because what I read through it and what I looked in it, in both sort of like in the digital format as well as in physical in my hand, I disagree that he has been aged up again. And you can tell that with the art. He was also Comic Works was mainly looking at the reaction from Superman, and if anything, I think my thoughts were confirmed that his reaction was more so in relation to Brainiac 5.
Gotcha.
Not so much in reaction to John Samuel Kent. And it's just the way it felt, just the way it came off.
Yeah.
So in this, I'd have to say John Samuel Kent is still the age that he has been aged up to.
Yeah, which annoyed me.
So in that, Bendis, me not angry at you.
Yeah.
All right, at least you managed to keep the character the same age and continuity in regards to the Superman.
Yeah, your leadership is book as well.
Right? I'll give you that.
But everything else, it's a clusterfuck. It's a mess.
Alright, I might not be enjoying it, but I can see that you've done right in sort of like keeping it in regards to the continuity, just in saying in connection with your Superman and Action Comics run. You've still kept John the same age, and he has not been aged up again. Now, if he had been aged up again, there would have been immediate speculation as to say, okay, maybe 5G is going to go ahead, even though we know that Dan Didio is gone.
Yeah, which is 5G with the whole idea of day one. That's the end of it, baby.
Yeah. Right, we know that project has been cancelled, stopped in its tracks.
Yep.
And it wouldn't make sense if that happened to happen again.
Yeah.
And it would.
No one 5G to happen. Not me, nobody. It's a stupid idea that no one wants. Like, what the hell are they thinking? But,
and this is why some people are actually sick of reboot upon top of reboots.
Yeah. Yeah, my time could.
And in this, I gotta say, thanks Bendis for not aging him up again.
Yeah, that's something that
because yes, even though we are both Super Sons fans, it would have ticked us off once again.
It was like
So
made me with full rage.
now in this, you have you have my thanks. Now it's up to Tevya whether he chooses to thank you or not.
Yeah.
I can't do that for you.
As for not eating John Candy, I'm actually happy with that for once, but since I know I'm also pissed off that we still have T and John Candy, not John Candy, to be together. But at least he keep the book. At least he could consider with you the superheroes. You read the superheroes that could be quite the fuck itself. But at least he kept that continuity. At least some consistent.
Yeah,
Bet you can.
and it does show a little bit of consistency in regards to his Superman run.
Yeah.
And that is the good thing. All right, that is something that is needed. In regards to Action Comics 1022, there are just some things. Well, I'll get to it as soon as I get my Fool's Gold review up.
Yeah, I understand that.
There are some things mentioned in there that question your mental health as the writer.
Yeah.
Not mine, but I'm talking your personal mental health, Bendis.
Yep.
I still prefer you to be writing Jinx World because I'm enjoying your Jinx World. And what was it? Earlier we were talking a little bit before the stream started that we were talking about the Eisners. And one of the things that came up in the Eisners is Jinx World got a nomination. Jinx World cover got a nomination. But none of the DC Superman titles that you were working on, or none of the DC titles that you were working on, got that nomination. Now, this is why I reckon that you're better as an indie writer than more so a mainstream comic writer. I'd love to see more Jinx World. I have come to enjoy what I have read so far of Jinx World. And I got plans to do another Vault review of something connected to Jinx World. Alright, you all good there?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. As far as the idea concerned, I don't get even the idea would there's political bullshit, but frankly, you're right one thing about Bendis, his book I'm not nominated on it, which that's kind of weird. But saying I know, I get why they nominate him for initial good, but not DC books, which meaning that DC screwed up the proof in this one. Maybe all the rumors could be legit. If they're doing it legit, awesome, yay, I get my wish. But if it's bullshit, then well, shit, we're stuck in the mood for more years, and I can't do it. I just can't do it anymore. Superman bullshit. It's a mess. I'm hoping the rumors are true and he's off Superman. Hoping that you get off Superman at issue 25 for Lucky. Again, hopefully, climbing on that one. After acting kind of damn done Superman family. I don't know how he would look on everything, but if someone could look on opens to run out of resistance, I'll be happy. I don't know if that's gonna be possible, but we'll just go with the Evans. Anyway, as for any other topics, yeah, I got nothing.
Well, how about what we're expecting this week in our comic halls?
The deceased.
Let's move into some of that, eh?
Yeah, the deceased at the not different. This is I forgot the name. Hang on.
The Hope one? Hope's End?
Yeah, Hope 10. I think issue 3 comes out late. Not this week, maybe next week. I don't remember. That comes out really soon. So I'll check that one out. After anything else coming out, honestly, I don't know what's coming out, so I haven't looked it up that much.
Alright.
You know, I'm just gonna wait to see what happens. Yeah,
Alright,
that's all I got.
Yeah, this week at my LCS. Have you finished mentioning that what you'll be getting this week in your comics?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm probably gonna get to see Hope is the what? I can figure out the name. Hang on. Found it. To see Hope at World's End. Yeah, it is. I'm probably gonna check out issue 3 because issue 2 there the Black Adam stuff is pretty cool because that book does contain more Super Sun stuff. Well, issue 2 contains more Black Adam stuff, but issue 3 will probably deal with something else. So I'm probably gonna check more of that book out. After anything else, yeah, I got nothing. If the Ben Superman book comes out, then I would check it out for curiosity, even though I know that's gonna hurt me. But that's all I got. As for Marvel, didn't need many Spider-Man and X-Men, and that's it.
Alright, the ones that I'm getting on my list this week are Cobra Kai plus the variant. It's actually the last issue of the series.
Wait, that got a comic series? I know about that.
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah. Cobra Kai. It's a comic series sort of like based on the sequel of the Karate
Kid. Yeah, I did hear about that.
And it's been interesting. I wouldn't say it's the strongest comic, but it's an interesting story comic.
Gotcha.
Also getting a trade paperback this week for Zenescope.
Nice.
Called Conspiracy.
Never heard of it.
The next is JLO, Justice League Odyssey. Now that's been pretty good.
Yeah, that book been awesome.
And that's got Darkseid,
Starfire, Cyborg.
Is it Jessica Cruz?
Yeah, it's Jessica Cruz.
Yeah, Jessica Cruz. Azrael. And am I missing someone?
Starfire,
Azrael,
Cyborg, Jessica Cruz.
Cyborg. That's it. Cyborg.
Cyborg.
Thank you.
Anytime. Yeah, that book's been good.
The Joker 80th. The 80th anniversary Joker.
Oh yeah, people forgot this coming out.
this week.
Huh. I know Catwoman 80 of it came out. I didn't get to review it because I didn't know that book came out.
So I might be able to find some nice stories in there to review. See how we go there.
The only thing I would review Catwoman 80 is probably the Tom King one, more because of Batman's kid. If that does become canon, keyword hopefully in that one. But if it's BS, then shit, that would my time.
Right,
but we'll see how it turns out. I have a Joker anniversary. I just don't care. I'm burnt out with anniversary stuff. I'm just gonna wait to see what happens.
Alright, the other thing that I'm getting this week is Komi Can't Communicate, which is a manga, along with another manga, which is Persona 5. On top of that,
I love Persona 5. Persona 5 was my favorite game in Persona 5. Then, the only Persona game I played Persona 5, that's better. I didn't get to play any of Persona games.
Yep. The other comics that I'm expecting this week are Legion of Stupid Heroes by Brian Michael Bendis.
Oh yeah, that is coming out. You forgot about that. God damn, I tell you, we such a random.
Miles Morales, Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, that's been good.
By Saladin Ahmed. There have been some really good stories in here so far. Some hit and miss ones as well.
Yeah.
The latest issue of Nightwing, I thought I'd pick up just to see how Dan Jurgens is going with the character. And what I've heard of
Hoping you
this
fix that and
particular
let's go liquid out
issue,
of existence.
yeah, what I've heard of this particular issue is that I think we're meant to be getting Dick Grayson back. Like
Finally,
officially,
what took so long? Like that thing lasted way too long for good and crap. 2 years
like
of garbage.
yeah, official Dick Grayson back.
About damn
So
time.
yes, I know. No more Rick Grayson.
Yeah.
The
Hopefully.
next one is Something is Killing the Children by James Tinian.
Great indie book.
It is actually a very interesting story. Gets you on edge as to what was it? I think it might have been issue 3. Something that no. At the end of issue 2, something that happened at the end of issue 2, and
Gotcha.
after she ended up leaving like one of the main characters in the series. She went into her home, and as you saw the character sort of like in her home, you saw something that was in the background, and it was sort of like, what the fuck is this?
Nice.
Like literally, what the fuck is this behind her? Is it working with her, or is it something that's put her life in danger?
Well,
It was really that gripping. And of course, the Superman Giant that's coming out this week.
Superman Giant. Wait, is this an 8-page special or this is more to an anthology story?
It's the 100-page one,
Gotcha.
the one that's got some news stories in it. And yes, we've had the appearance of Superboy in it.
Yeah. Wait, John or Connor?
John,
Yeah.
our Superboy.
Yeah. Hopefully the 10-year so not Teenage John. Of course, you bring on that one.
Yep, and I could see that being very popular.
Yeah. I'm hoping it's all young John, not Teenage John. Well, wait a good see Evans.
What is it? Venditti has been doing his own story in there as well.
Yeah, that's been good.
And I think that'll be interesting when that story actually comes out.
I'm looking at trade because that book is 10 times better than Bendis' bullshit.
Yeah. And by what I've read of the Venditti one, it does actually come off.
Yeah, it does.
Like, even there, you can see that. You can tell the difference. Who has experience with in DC Comics goes out of their way to study deeply the characters. Like, Venditti is also working on Hawkman. Worth picking up.
I'm so tired.
I'm gonna have to. I think I'm gonna have to check or make sure that I get a hold of the first trade paperback in collection. In reference to Venditti's because I know I've been collecting the comics. It probably wouldn't hurt to get the trade.
Yep.
I'm glad that Adam Glass is starting to move off Teen Titans.
Yeah, about damn time.
But I'm still a bit unsure with the person that they've got taking in his place.
Same.
It's not that I don't like his storytelling. I think his storytelling really needs to work on. It felt like when I was reading.
It felt like Suicide Squad. Except them battery.
It did in a bit. What's the word I'm looking for? It felt like he was mimicking Damien's and Bruce's voice. It didn't feel like he had grasped the soul of Damien.
He didn't. He destroyed the character and he said, I made it into to be a second murderer.
I'm not talking Adam Glass. I'm talking about Robbie Thompson.
Oh, him.
Yeah. It
Right.
felt like he was mimicking it.
Which worried me. That's a red flag. I don't want to know I'm glad to like a teenage
But
garbage.
I'll give him a B for effort.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give him that because it looks like he could be working on a story that's happening like after the death of Alfred.
Yeah.
That's
Hopefully, this movie got homo at the Damon when you already know what the hell you're doing. Not this murder. So no, okay, no, not murder. That came out more like basically personally put criminal for no damn reason. Anyways, that
like
minds. Also, for love of God, please get rid of that team was garbage. Just bring back all team back. Give me back Starfire. Give me back Raven. Give me back Beast Boy. Bring them back on that team. Forget the new team. Just give me back the old team, damn it. I pay
yes,
Ellen Wild West. Fine, keep them. But
the Benjamin Percy run is still my favorite.
same.
Always will be. I enjoyed what he did with the characters, and yes, even Damien got some fucking growth out of it.
Yeah. Like, that team
I'll
was
give it that.
fantastic.
His character got some real growth. Or in order for the fucking character after fucking Justice League No Justice to be fucking regressed again, like for fuck's sake, this character's been through too much fucking trauma. Give this character like some light-hearted stuff for a fucking change.
Yeah.
Like he's had to grow up, literally be fucking traumatized by his own fucking mother.
Yeah.
Which he was trained up in an assassin cult, only to go over to his father, so basically treated like a friggin' piece of meat by his mother, just to do the things that she wanted him to do. He started to gain his own autonomy under Bruce Wayne. Then, as that shit started to happen to occur, he ends up fucking losing his own dad.
Yep.
He ends up losing Bruce Wayne, his dad. Like, okay, that's another sense of fucking trauma for the character. And you'd wonder why the character would be fucking pissed off. Like, I would be if I was in that position. And to be thrown into a situation as to what happened in Justice League No Justice, like literally seeing a planet be destroyed.
Yep.
Like, this kid hasn't gone through enough fucking trauma, and you add that on top of the mix.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking about Kolu here.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm going to call out Tinian on this, is that he should have had Bruce Wayne be there to comfort Damien. Not say, oh, go your own fucking way. Bad decision, buddy. Like, literally, bad decision.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like, he didn't need a father to push away from. He needed a father that should have actually drawn closer to him. He, like, even if, yes, Bruce bit his pride and said, okay, you were right about this situation. I'm sorry that I was unable to foresee this happening, and you were. Like, it would actually bring a bit more growth between those characters. With what was shown in the Robin 80th, with Robbie Thompson of what he did there, I get that he's like mirroring each character off each other. And yes, both are sort of like still reflecting on the death of Alfred. It still felt a little bit mimicked, but he also, I hope when he's in this run, that he'll use this opportunity to sort of like build bridges again with Damian and Bruce Wayne. Right? That would be the best thing for this character right now. To see Damian grow as Damian Wayne. Like,
Yep.
yeah, even though they're giving Damian a bit of time off as being Robin, which we know is going to happen.
Yeah.
But we don't know how long for. It could be for about 5 issues. I'd rather it be that long, even 3 issues at most.
I would be at it for a year, but fine.
Yeah.
Until then, Earthwitch happens. Anyway, it's getting right over here. It's over 10 o'clock. So.
Yeah. Well, should we get ready to close up the stream then?
Yeah. You're right. They don't really know to talk about. So.
Yeah.
Anyways, I put my bar in the future sometimes. I'm hoping to now get better. We want to get a better team. We retcon all Angler's book of existence. Give me back my original Teen Titans. Just bring back Percy back in the book after this new writer. And free DC for just bring my Super Sons and we'll just hope in the future. As for Marvel, I'm just gonna wait to see them. I got nothing.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back. Okay, I'm back.
Oh. Yep.
Okay, I'm back. Well, thanks to all who made it to the stream.
Yep.
Dragon Majesty, I can see you made it. And anyone who happens to watch the stream afterwards, big thanks to you turning up. We appreciate the views, and if there's something that you might like us to maybe cover next time, leave it in the comments section.
Yep.
And we'll be sure to check it out.
Yep.
So, you ready to show yourself?
Yep. You can follow me YouTube Tevya Smolka. You can follow me on Twitter and Facebook. And follow me on twitch.tv at Tevya Smolka. Thank you, gentlemen, for the comments. Stay tuned. That's good on maybe saying after a lot more topical if we get more news because let's face it, the news cycle has been dead and buried, and we had this whole protest that happened, and well, that's the result altogether. That is a minefield itself. So stay safe out there, and I hope you guys are safe and please out there. Don't root other people for BS reasons. Just stay safe, and well, and please follow me easy Tevya, and I'll talk to you later.
Thanks for coming, and remember, let's keep it colourful.
Yep. Bye.